I sent off my very first card to get graded and it came back a 7. I'm going to show you how you can make a few changes and turn that 7 into a 10 like I did. To get started off, the first thing we're going to focus on is the surface of the card. So at first glance, this looks like a pretty clean card. If you have a microscope at home or a magnifying glass, that might be helpful. But as you can see, there is a few scuffs on it. Some of the cat hairs, but you could also see right there, right to the right of the one, there's a printing line that goes up the card. So it's just little stuff like that that the preparers look at. The grading companies have teams that go through and look at each of these cards once they're submitted. And yeah, if you could see that with your visible eye, then you could be pretty sure that that's not going to come back as a 10. The next thing on our grading checklist that you're going to want to look for is the corners. So on this one, you can see this bottom corner is just absolutely demolished. It has an obvious crease right there, and it has a little bit of fraying on the end. Anything like that is immediately going to disqualify you from getting a 10 on that card. You might not even be able to get a 9. You're probably looking at a 7 or 8 just because of that. Now, in my opinion, the edges are one of the easiest things to see when you're looking at a card. You can see this one's corner has a little bit of fraying going on, but the edges, especially if you have a light like this, you'd be able to see the corners flaring up. On this one, you can see it's pretty nice. Right there on the right side, you could kind of see it a little bit right in the middle. They usually give you a little bit of leeway in the grading process, but not too much. So if there's anything too noticeable, it's probably going to disqualify it. Alright, last but not least is centering. So as you can see here, this card is a little bit off center to the left, which means there's a little bit more room to the right than there is on the left. They give you about a 10% leeway when it comes to the drifting of the centering, but if you can tell visually, then you're likely too far off center. Some people have a really good eye and can tell where's too far enough, but me personally, if you can tell that the card is off center, I wouldn't submit that one. Now, when you've gone through the checklist and you've found the card that you want to submit to grading, you're going to want to put it in one of these semi-rigid Ultra Pro card savers. And these have a little lip on the edge of them so that it's supposed to be easier to put the card in and out of. Personally, it is so annoying to put cards in and out of these, but if you open it a certain way and you get just the right amount of space, you can slide it in there. You just got to keep it as centered as possible so that you don't damage the edges or corners whenever you're trying to put that in there. Now, once you've got your card ready, I would look up the highest rated GameStop in your area. If you stop by there, have it in your semi-rigid holder, and pay about $20 to $25, you can get that shipped off and graded. It usually comes back from 6 to 8 weeks, and you will get sent an email from GameStop whenever that card's ready. That's just about it for this video. If you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Hopefully you guys can get some 10s out of this video. Let us know any recent submissions that you guys have had, or any submissions that you guys are looking to do following this video. Alright guys, so the basic things to keep in mind is pay attention to the small details when getting cards graded, especially if you're looking to flip those cards. If you're looking to keep those cards for your personal collection, honestly, don't worry about what people say online. If you want a card and you think it might come back as an 8 or a 9, and you just want it slabbed up just so that you can have it protected for the future, then I definitely recommend you go ahead and do that. And I thank you guys so much for stopping in. Please like and subscribe, and check out our other shorts and videos, and leave any comments if you guys have any questions.